Hi, I'm Janelle Shires, Youth and Family Program Director here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Seattle. Thank you for joining with us today. We are doing Golden Thread of Truth curriculum, and this month is Buddha's Love. And today's lesson is on stillness, feeling the presence. And I'm doing these videos so that you have a way to get some spiritual practices and principles and philosophies that you can then share with your family when it works for your schedule. If you are available to come join us, we have youth program at 11 o'clock on Sundays for kindergarten up. Please make sure you click on subscribe below so that you're notified when more videos are posted. And leave me some comments. I like to hear what you think about these. So today we are talking about a classic Zen Buddhist story called A Heavy Load. And it's a story of two servants carrying a woman in her sedan chair. And that's one of those little enclosed chairs that are attached to two poles, and the one person in the front and the one person in the back then carry the person in the cart. Well, they're going down this path, and they come to an area in the path where it is just a great big old muddy puddle. And the woman is yelling at her servants because she can't get across the puddle. It will spoil her gorgeous satin silk dress. And the servants, they're holding all these packages and they can't help her across. But walking along the pathway was an old monk and a younger monk. The old monk just picks up the woman, puts her on his back, carries her through the muddy puddle, sets her down. She doesn't even say thank you. She just brushes him off and keeps on going. So the older monk and the younger monk continue down the path. After a couple miles, the young monk, he'd been brooding and fuming and just thinking about the interaction. And he says to the older monk, "Aren't you upset? She was so ungracious." And the older monk said to the younger monk, "I let her down miles ago. Why haven't you?" So really, it's that way of us reacting to different circumstances. So which monk do you think had a good or a bad experience? Well, it depends. Are you in the place of the older monk, or are you coming from a place of the younger monk? And in our lives, this is a good reminder of how do different circumstances affect us differently. So our thoughts are the ways that we end up reacting to different situations. And you can also ask your children, who is more like the Buddha? Well, in this case, it was the older monk, because he didn't have that attachment. He wasn't judgmental. He didn't need to be thanked. So with the feeling the presence, with this story, a good way to remember is to make a little prayer bead with your children. And I happen to have some of that stretchy stuff and some pony beads. You could just use some string with some buttons. But a prayer bead is a really wonderful way to begin mindfulness and meditation with your children. With each bead, they can think of something, a nice quality like love, beauty, peace. Or you can even just have them close their eyes and breathe in with one bead and think, I am love. And with the next bead, breathe out, I am peace. Here at the center, we like to start our younger children with God is, I am. And you can say spirit or whatever works for you. But just having that big breath in, let it out. And as they go around to each of the beads, one bead is God is, the other one is I am. And that starts to awaken their awareness of that oneness with spirit. With your older children, try a longer meditation. Try to do maybe 5 minutes. For the younger ones, we just tend to stick with about 1 or 2 minutes. And your eyes do not have to be closed. But with the prayer beads, it's that nice tactile way to do it. So thanks for joining me. Subscribe below and leave me some comments.